Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jyoti Prakash and let's get into the video. First of all, let's look into one day candle chart of Bank Nifty because today is Monday and here you can see that market opens gap up and it goes sideways and it's little bit of sideways and uptrend. Like if it's open around 41,350 and it goes down until 41,100. After that, it closes around higher level which is 41,300. So you can continue for buying if it's open flat or open gap up, and if it continues to go up you can take trade for buying, and your fast target will be 41,500 as per one day candle. And let's assume market opens gap up around 41,000 above 41,500, then you can take trade for buying, and your target will be, as I said, tomorrow also your target you can set to 41,800 first, you can, and your next target will be 41,900 to round level 42,000. Okay, for selling, it needs to closes below 41,000 round level. After that, you can take trade for selling, and your first target will be 40,800. Second target you can set to 40,600. Okay. Now let's look into 15-minute candle. Here you can see that market continuously getting resistance from here at the higher level, and if the market opens flat or open gap up and it closes above that resistance, then you can take trade for buying. As I said, your target will be 41,800 to 42,000 round level. And let's assume markets open gap down and it closes below 41,100. If it opens gap down below 41,100, or if it opens around 14,800, 40,800, then if it shows any positive movement here, then you will going to take trade for buying, and your target will be 40,000 41,000 round level first, and your second target will be 41,150, and you can set your third target to 41,200. But let's assume it's open around 41,100 and below 40,900. And if it shows any negative scenario there, then you're going to take trade for selling, and you can set your target up to 40,600 to 40,400. But for now, I am suggesting you to wait for any movement. It now Bank Nifty shows positive intent here, and if it closes above 40,000 41,500, then you're going to take it for buying. But for that, you need to wait for 5 to 10 15 10 minutes for any trend confirmation. After that, you can take your trade. Okay, now let's look into Nifty index. And so you can see that in one day candle chart of Nifty, market opens gap up and it continues to go up and shows more positive movement than Bank Nifty, and it closes above. Main important thing is it closes above 41, sorry, 18,000 round level. And you can take trade for any continuation trend if it opens flat or open gap up around 18,050, 18,100, and it continues to go up. Then you can take trade for buying, and your first target will be 18,100, and your second target you can set to 18,150 to 18,200. But for now, if it's open flat or open gap up, you can take trade for buying. For selling, in 15-minute candle, you can say that the market here trades around here for almost 1 hour to 2 hours, and after that, it's taking support from here and it closes around 18,000. If market tomorrow closes below 17,950, then you can take trade for selling, and your small target will be 17,920 fast, and you can set your second target to 17,900. But let's assume markets open gap down around below 17,900, then you can take trade for selling, because it may go down until it closes that gap which is pending, and your target you can set to 17,842, round level 17,800. Okay, and market can go anywhere. Like if it's open gap down, it may also open gap up, and if you think it closes above 18,000, and if it's open gap up around 18,000 to 150 or 18,200, then if it shows any negative movement there, and if it shows any selling pressure there in 15 to 5 minutes, then you're going to take it for selling, and you can set your target to 18,100 to 18,000 round level. But if it's open above 18,100, or in between 18,000 or 18,100, and if it shows any positive movement here, then you can take trade for buying, and you can set your target to, as I said, 18,150 to 18,200. Okay, and that's it for Bank Nifty and Nifty. Now let's look into Bank Nifty components. Okay, let me take you through HDFC Bank. Here you can see that HDFC Bank open gap up and it closes above that resistance level, which is around 1470, and it now trades around round level 1500. And here you can see that markets open gap up and it closes above around 1500, and if it opens flat and open gap up above 1500, then you can take it for buying, and you can set your target to 1510 first, and your next target will be 1520. But if it's open gap down and it closes below 1490 or 1485, then it may continue to go down, and you can set your target to 1480 first, and you can set your second target to 1470. But you can see that among those 6 banks which I suggested you every day, HDFC Bank shows more positive movement here. It goes up by 2.61%, and but other banks are not any other banks gone up on at least 1%. Here you can say the Kotak Bank shows some positive movement here, but ICICI Bank shows a negative movement. IndusInd Bank also like that. But you need to wait for trend confirmation. If it tomorrow HDFC Bank opens flat or open gap up, then you can take trade for buying. Now let's look into ICICI Bank. Here you can see that in ICICI Bank it's opens gap up and now trades around closing level. And if it opens flat or open gap down and it goes below, then you can take. If it closes below 905, then you can set your target first to round level 900, and second target will be 890. For buying, it needs to closes above 915. After that, if it closes above 915 by opening flat or open gap up, then you can take it for buying, and your target will be first 5 point, which is 920, and you can set your second target to 925. And for any buying with large quantity, you wanted to buy ICICI Bank with large quantity, you need to wait for it. If it closes above 925, then you can take trade for buying. Otherwise, for now, if you can avoid for any buying trade, and if it closes below 900, you can take trade for selling. Now let's look into SBI Bank. Here you can see that SBI Bank opens a gap up, and it shows some volatility movement here, because if you count high or low, it's around 9 point, and it closes around 573. If market open flat or open gap up and it closes above 575, then you can take it for buying, and you can set your target for buying to 580 first, and second target you can set to 585. But for selling scenario, it needs to closes below 570. If it closes below 570, then you can take it for selling. Your target will be 565 to 563. Okay. Now let's look into Kotak Bank. Kotak Bank also showed some positive movement here. As I said, it trades closes above 0.90%. Means it closes around 1%, positive 1%. And you can take it for buying it if it closes. If it strongly takes support from 900 level, because 900 is a round level, and you can also assume it as major support or major resistance level. If it support take support from 1900 and it continues to go up, you can take it for buying, and your first target you can set to 915, and second target you can set to 925. But for that, it needs to closes above 900, round level 900. And if it opens gap down and sustain below 900, then 1900, then you can take it for selling, and your target will be 1890 first. Second target you can set to 1885. Okay. Now let's look into Axis Bank. Here you can see that Axis Bank trades around that resistance level, and you can also call it as higher level, and it did not show any negative movement here. Like if it wanted to go down, it needs to closes below 900 round level, and tomorrow if it closes below 900 round level, you can take it for selling, and your target will be 1890 first, and the second target you can set to 880. But if it opens above 915 and closes around 920 tomorrow, you can take it for buying if it closes above 920 on Wednesday or Thursday, and you can take with much large quantity. Take trade for buying with much larger quantity. But for now, you need to wait for 15 to 20 minutes tomorrow. If it shows any positive movement by opening above 915, or if it closes above 920, then you can take trade for buying, and it shows any negative scenario. If it closes below 900, round level 900, then you can take trade for selling. Okay. Now let's look into our last bank, which is IndusInd Bank. Here you can see that IndusInd Bank shows some sideways movement here, and almost 1.5 week it continues to stay around that the range, which is 1160 to 1120. But if it trades around now it trades around 1142. If it closes below tomorrow if tomorrow if it closes below 1140, then you can take trade for selling, and your target you can set to 1121st, because here you can see that it's we have seen some buying happening here. If you can set your first target to 1120, and if it closes below that, then you can set your target to round level 1100. For buying, it needs to closes above 1160, and if it closes above 1160, then you will going to see some a large buying candle here, which is almost goes up to 1182 round level 1200. But for that, it needs to closes above 1160, and for selling, it needs to closes below 1140. And that's it for today, guys. If you like the video, you can like it, and you can subscribe my channel. And if you want to suggest your friends or family, you can share it. And bye bye, everyone.